Welcome back, everyone, as I am here with winning coach Aaron Agresta of the Valey Christian Lady Eagles over the Lady Bears, 54-39 here in this sectional semifinal matchup. And, Coach, first things first, I'm going to just rewind back. Saturday, February 12th. It's a 40-32 game. Leetonia wins in Valey Christian. Obviously a regular season game. Obviously things changed from Saturday to now. But talking about that, what was the biggest change and what was really the biggest swing on offense going from 32 to 54 tonight?
Right. Well, throughout the season, people who aren't following us, we've dealt with some major injuries. We've had, DeAndra Tensley, our point guard. She's, she missed about 4 or 5 games middle of the season, kind of in the heart of everything. She had an injury. And then she missed a game a little bit, a couple weeks ago. She's kind of back at full strength now. So that helps us. She's our point guard. She's our ball handler. We got her back. Savannah Kitchens, same way. They kind of, everything kind of runs through them as far as handling the ball, running the offenses, and then everyone else kind of plays a good role around them. First couple matchups versus Leetonia, like I said, that was when we came here, that was one of the games that, my center, Sam Newkirk, and DeAndra were out. We actually had a 10-point lead in that game and kind of lost our minds, got a little emotional in the second half, as things do sometimes, and we lost that game. Then Saturday, this past Saturday, we had played 3 games in a row. We had, because of snow makeups and things, we played Thursday and then Friday against United, who's a very tough team, and then the next morning at 11 o'clock, we're playing Leetonia again, who's also a tough team. So, I'm not making excuses, but we really haven't been at full strength. So when we regrouped on Monday, it's kind of like you're bummed out because of the weekend and everything, but we just kind of changed the game plan a little bit, changed defenses a little bit. We knew we had to shut number 0 down. I'm not sure of her name, forgive me. She's a great player, great shooter. And then the girls around her, especially number 42, 33, they kind of know their role and can score inside. So we knew we had to slow them down. So I think the girls went out and executed that, and that was the biggest difference in today's game.
Talking about that, too, and I mean, when you talk about the girls that weren't present and you didn't have at full strength for the first 2 matchups, talk about now the girls that were present, trying to keep their confidence high going into this matchup, because you lose 2 games to a team, morale could be kind of low. So
Absolutely.
What are you saying to them going into this matchup to make sure that they're kind of staying even with the mentality?
Well, we know this team. We knew the team we were going to be playing, and even though we hadn't played well against them during the season, we know we hadn't reached our full potential. We haven't played our best. And really, we know there's things in this game we could have done better. So really, I think in the back of everyone's mind is, number one, it's hard to beat somebody 3 times in a season. So I kept telling them, hey, they beat us twice. It's hard to beat someone 3 times, no matter who it is. And then I think we know we're just better than we had been playing against them the first 2 matchups. So I just credit the girls. Leetonia's a tough team. They're coached well. They have some good players. I just am really proud of our girls that we executed the game plan. And like you said, we're motivated and we had a lot of energy tonight, chasing balls down and 50-50 balls and playing a solid defense. So I really have to credit the girls for executing.
Going down the list of just crediting the girls, you mentioned the defense on Ella Gregorino, number 0. She got loose, I think, for about 13 points tonight. Yeah. I mean, she's still a phenomenal offensive player, like you said, but Kyle Turner, I believe, is the one that drew defense on her.
Yeah.
And talking about her performance defensively tonight, yes, Gregorino's still going to score points, but she didn't let you. Kyle Turner did not let her beat you guys tonight.
Right. It's she's going to get hers. It's kind of those things. When you're playing, LeBron James or Kyrie, they're going to get their points. You have to try to limit them as much as you can and make the other girls beat you, and that's kind of what we did. So, she had 19 when she played us Saturday, and then I think when she played us the first time, she might have had 20-something. So, she's a really good player. We knew that going in. And, seeing them 2 times in the season, it helps you a little bit. You kind of know what they're going to do. And so, we kind of threw some stuff at them that we hadn't shown them this season, in the defense that we played.
Talking about 2 players, your 2 big scores, DeAndra Tensley, 19, Savannah Kitchen, 15. I mean, you're talking right there 34 points of offense, and that's 34 out of 54 between 2 players.
Right.
Talk to me about their 2 performances and really how big they were in this game tonight.
Right. Like I said, they're the girls that handle the ball for us. They run the offense for us. They're great shooters. Especially when they get hot. Shooters can get real streaky. But everything kind of runs through them, and then everybody else knows their role. They know where they want to shoot the ball. They know, if they're a rebounder or not. Everybody kind of knows how to play with them. So, I think everybody just bought into the team mentality tonight, and even though those were our 2 leading scorers, everybody gave us energy, everybody gave us effort, and knew their role on the team
Two more
to get the win.
questions for you then, Coach, and then we'll get you out of here. First one being, it seemed like you guys were winning the rebounding battle all 4 quarters tonight. Was that something you stressed going into this matchup? And if so, do you think it played a huge part in the victory tonight?
When we don't play well, we don't box out, and we don't get, especially on the defensive end, okay? We let a lot of teams get a lot of offensive rebounds. When we limit teams to 1 shot, we're just, anyone's like that, but you're 10 times better when you're limiting teams to 1 or 2 shots instead of 3 or 4. And they, at times today they did, offensive rebound against us. We didn't do that well on the boards. But like you said, I think we were scrappy. I think we were, our energy, chasing down balls that were loose, and just scrapping for jump balls down in the paint. Especially in girls basketball, there's a lot of jump balls, you know what I mean? Girls getting on the floor, grabbing, throwing themselves around. So, I think it goes back to energy. We didn't do a great job rebounding the ball, but we were hustling. We were out hustling. So I think that's kind of credits the rebounding game.
Final question for you, Coach. The win now sends you to the sectional final and got one more game ahead of you before districts start, and it is another EOAC opponent in Lisbon now. You're going to be traveling to Blue Devil country. Talk to me about playing the Lady Blue Devils and what it's going to take for you guys to get yourselves to districts now.
No, absolutely. They're a well-coached team as well. They have some shooters on that team. We beat them early in the season by 14 at our place, and then went to their place, minus some players again, and they just shot the lights out. They hit 9 threes in that game, which was 27 out of like 42 points that they had, and we got in a really big hole early and couldn't catch up. So limiting their shooting is going to be a big deal. Kind of like tonight, just taking their shooters out of the game and limiting what they can do, and just for energy again. Like I said, I believe that our team is athletically and talently we haven't played our best. I really believe that. So we're just going to play hard. We have nothing to lose. And that was kind of the thing going in this game. We have nothing to lose. We won 6 games this year, okay? We've had injuries. We've been through adversity. You know what? Let's get to Mineral Ridge. Let's win these 2 games and get to Ridge and see what we can do. So
beautiful thing about basketball, Coach Agresta, is you never know what could happen. And you could catch those Lady Eagles as they take on a EOAC opponent, Lisbon, and that is, of course, at Lisbon, February 19th at 1 p.m. Catch both Coach Aaron Agresta and the Lisbon Lady Blue Devils there. YSNlive.com will have the coverage. Coach, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.